Howdy y'all, thank you for joining us today for this unboxing of Robin Hood and the Merry Men, a Final Frontier game. This is only the second one I've ever owned. I have not played any of their games yet, but I've been excited to try some of them, so this is one of them I've been looking forward to. This is the Kickstarter edition. Now, without knowing what else other than what I've looked up, as far as like looking up for extra cards and whatnot, I have noticed that there was just 5 extra cards. I don't know if there's other extra stuff. I'm sure it's just the bits look different, but we will see. But you can see here, yeah, the box, man, I don't know, it came in all kind of messed up as far as like, it's not really ding. Well, I guess it's got a little bit of a ding here, but for the most part, yeah, the plastic just kind of came in. I don't know if that's just from the company I ordered from or whatnot, but you can see here the components. That way you can kind of look and see if you're looking at the retail edition, whether it is got different components that you're going to really want or not. Usually if I can get a hold of the retail, I will open the retail also. I have had problems getting this one. This is the first copy I was really able to get. So, but yeah. So there's 3 different ways to play this game. You can play it solo, you can play it full co-op, or you can play it semi-co-op. With the semi-co-op, from what I understand, it basically makes it to where it's one of those games where y'all have to work together and make sure that y'all don't lose the game, but at the end of it, whoever's got the most victory points wins. So, solo to 5 players. Man, that is a little hard to read, but it says 25 minutes per player. And then for ages 14 plus. All right, let's go ahead and dig in. Be easy to open this one, since like I said, there's plastic rips all over it. So for the most part, when it comes to that semi-co-op, I always think about, when I think of semi-co-op, the first thing I always think of is Legendary. And I mean, I like to just play that one and just see who's got the most points, and that person just has bragging rights until the next time you play. I've heard this one is a better game, more co-op, and then you can do the semi-co-op if you just really, really want to. Alright, so I guess it's going to tell us right here. So this right off the bat, you're going to know that these are the deluxe components and the differences. So you're going to find that the dual layer player boards, you're going to find, are different. The cubes to custom resources. So instead of cubes, it's going to actually give little resources. Discs to custom traps. Sticks to custom barricades. And then deluxe characters and meeples. So the meeples will be a little different. And I guess it's showing the characters. And I said I saw a difference of 5 cards. So it does look like we got 5 different. Those are the 5 deluxe characters. All right. Rule book looks. This shows the rule book for the semi-co-op mode. Like I said, I have not played a Final Frontier game yet, nor have I gone through one of their rule books, other than just looking at. I think Coloma was the other one I looked at, but we will see how their rule books are, and come back and let you know, especially once I'm doing the solo play, because I will do a solo play. This was the main one that got them on my radar, just because I heard it had a little bit of everything. It's got worker placement, it's got hand management, it's got where the game can beat you, so it's you versus the game, not just versus the players. We have rulebook full co-op mode and solo mode, which would make sense. The solo mode's probably just a extended copy of the co-op with just some slight differences, typically the way they work in those type of games. But yeah, it's also got dice rolling. It's not like this game has a little bit of everything. Now to see whether it all meshes together well. So 5 of these, so I'm assuming 5 player aids. These were a little dinged in the box. I don't know if I can see that. It's always kind of hard to see on the small little camera screen, but yeah, they're kind of dinged in. I don't know if that's just from bouncing around in this box or whatnot, but they are laminated and nice, it feels like. Or not really laminated, but they got like a coating on them of some sort. Since there's 5 of them, I'm assuming these are the player aids. Shows you what to do on each phase. Shows you the in-game points and this the game points. So nice. These are the player boards that are supposed to be different. There are 5 of them, and yeah, these even got some dings in them too. Making me a little, well, I don't know if that's the company or the company Final Frontiers themselves. I'm going to assume that's more of the company I ordered them from. But this is supposed to be different, and I'm assuming it's what goes down, and like these have the spots where you can put things down inside of them and they'll hold them, whereas the basic ones are probably just a card stock that you can just put stuff on. From what I understand, these are the traps, these are the barricades, and you'll remove them, and as you remove them, they give you more stuff each turn, the more you can get off the board. I always like games that do stuff like that. These are going to be your workers and how many you get to place down, and you can unlock more of those. And then just spots to put your resources and money and dice. I think this is dice, probably dice. And then it's got 2 spots depending on how you use the cards. So, yep, 5 of those. And they look all the same. Yep, even the backs. All right. We got some cardboard here. From what I understand, these are little goals that you can turn in the guards for each turn. The ones that you capture. Not sure what this one is. We'll figure it out. Looks like we got some coins here. Of course, I'll use my metal ones in the placement of those. And then, from what I understand, these are things that you can either, looks like you can just have them as a random thing in a stack. I noticed people that were playing it were putting these inside of a bag because these are just random. Hey, you get to pull some random stuff out of the bag and get some random cool stuff. These are just coverings for those worker placements. The reason there's 5 of them. And this is if you go over the 50-point mark, 100-point mark. But, all right, we got a board here. Looks like it is 6-segment board. We will kind of try to show what the whole board looks like. Oh, can't zoom out anymore. I guess I can try to remove this so we can just kind of see most of the board here. But you can see there's the victory point thing is going to come up through here to the 50. These are all places you can work on, and we'll zoom in on these and show each little segment a little closer, but just kind of show you the beautiful artwork of the board. And then this has just got like a lot of tracks on it, which we'll get a little bit closer look in on. But overall, 6-segment board. Oh man, what I don't like about when you have multiple segmented boards, yeah, that's lovely. I'll contact the company, see if they'll maybe replace that, or because that, man, it rips in there pretty good too. Man, that's really disappointing. All right. So as you can see here, it's just the different little spots that you can work or place on and where guards will go. You're going to have these roads that caravans are going to be going down, and you can try to rob the caravans before they get to, I'm assuming, Nottingham. And then more spots, more caravan roads. And then the castle itself has, let's see if I can put the board back together again. Man, that really disappoints me seeing that every time I do that. But you got like an archery contest there. You got a prison where your guys will go if they get caught, and you got to try to rescue them before they go to the hangman. Here's the archery contest. This is also, from what I understand, a press your luck element where you can roll dice to try to get some resources, more resources depending on hits you get. And then we got the other spots you can place on where you're going to be building the barricades or building the traps. And then you got your, from what I understand, this is a renown or like a legendary, how legendary you are, moved up. And it makes it to where you get more victory points depending on what level you are at into this. And then also you got The wagons that make it through the town cost you money because they made it through. And if I remember right, this is like a lost condition if certain numbers of these get filled up. And then it's just a round marker. You got 5 rounds. From what I understand, that's how the game goes. But yep. All right. That really is disappointing. I'm definitely going to contact the company, see if I can maybe get a replacement. All right. Here we go. We got a lot of wooden chits there. We got the little baggies. So this is the one I was talking about where you put the little cardboard chits in there. And when it tells you get some random stuff, you get to pull that out. Nice felt dice bag, basically. This is for the wagons because the wagons are going to be multicolored. And depending on the color of the wagon, you get certain bonuses to going against them and whatnot. So that's just so that the wagons, same conditioning, or I should say same size bag and everything. Some extra little baggies. We got some dice here we'll take a look at. They feel like your normal dice. Of course, they got their multiple different sides. We'll look at 2 different colored ones here. See if they... Oh, nope, they definitely do not have these same sides. I was thinking it might just be a color difference. Well, it looks like it is just the same sides, just whether it's a sword or whether it's that. I guess we'll see in the game itself. And then from what I understand, this is the archery contest or that pressure luck element. And it looks like it's a 50-50 chance on each dice. I'll pull 2 more of the other 2 colors out of here and we'll take a look at those dice. I guess I could just grab them from over here. But, yep. So you can see it's just depending on what color dice you need to pull off what you're trying to pull off. There's a metal coin here and it's got a bunch of, looks like symbols and stuff on it, so we'll take a closer look at that. I don't know, this is just a first player marker. Okay, both sides are the same, but it's a metal coin. Got some nice weight to it. And some cards, which we'll take a closer look at, which is your merry men, from what I understand. And we'll zoom in and take a look at all this wood also. All right, let's take a closer look at this. This is probably your hero actions and what you're able to do. As you can see, these are some nice little miniatures. It's not really a sticker. It's that I really need to figure out what it is, like the laser printing on there or whatnot. From what I understand, one of these is the sheriff and one is Guy. That's probably the sheriff. Well, yeah, sheriff. See the badge there. And there's probably Guy there, or Guy, however you want to say it. But yep, we got nice little meeples here. I don't know if these are all... I know there's the 5 normal ones like Robin Hood and whatnot. I don't know if these are... I know there's, 5 different ones they mentioned. So... I don't know if these are just the heroes you can possibly get. But those are nice. Alright. Like I said, we got bags and bags of stuff here. Alright, these look simple. I kind of recognize what these are. So we'll go through them. So normally they wouldn't look like this. I think this is the deluxe version for the Kickstarter. These are the barricades that you'll put on the board. And these are the traps. And they got them in all the colors, depending on which color you're playing. But you can see red, purple, green, blue, and yellow. We'll go into this bag next. Just make it through the bag slowly. These are just the guard meeples. These are the guards that go down on the board. So a bag of them. Yeah, I can close up these bags later. This looks like wagons. And I said there's different colored wagons, as you can see. just, you'll put them in that bag and you'll pull them out, and it just shows what color wagon is going to try to make it to town. Come on. These are the resources, which would be normally cubes if you don't get the deluxe version. Of course, I'll probably try to use my actual Stonemaier pieces for the wood. One of these is tools. I think the other is, I know it's something that has to do with the re-roll, but it looks like a bar. So maybe just use a metal bar or something for it. All right, these are your actual meeples. These are your merry men that you're going to be placing on the board. So you got multiples you can get per player. It does look like they all look the same no matter what, just the different colors. And whereas, like, these are the ones you're going to be placing to do your actions. And then at the end of the turn, you get to do whatever your hero action is and where your hero goes. So that's what those are all about. All right. And what is this? These are probably just all the victory point markers, the legendary markers. Okay, no. I'm not sure what the little bars were. These were the other thing I was thinking of. These are the, they look like alcohol to me, but I don't remember what they're called, but they basically let you basically get re-rolls, because I did notice people using those for those. Then it looks like we got like a victory point marker for each player. This looks like a king on a horse, so I'm assuming King Richard. And then we have, this is for the legendary track, the little Robin Hood hat. But yep, that's what that looks like it all is. So that's a look at everything there other than the cards. And we'll take a look at that now. All right, let's take a look at these cards. These cards are standard size. You're going to be looking for the size, or for the size 63 by 88. Standard size is basically you should be able to find at any of your local game stores or even your big box stores like Walmart and Target and whatnot. I do say support your local game store, of course. I do prefer these board game sleeves brand just because, and I'm seeing if it actually has it here, but normally they don't have inserts for the cards. We will see if the cards, well, I can check it right now. But basically, I like to see if the card fits. It does. That's a nice fit. Now, this isn't the board game sleeves. This is actually what I prefer, which is the Dragon Shield brand. I like these clear matte non-glares because you can see it gives the nice look on the front. It doesn't really fade it too much. And then it's got this nice glossy back, but nice matted. Now it does look like, yes. So it does look like the insert will fit the sleeves. But if you got other games, what I prefer about these board game sleeve ones is if you don't have an insert, these are nice because you can just, it gives you a nice little tuck box that you're going to be able to put the sleeve cards back into. In the case of this game, it does look like it has a nice little insert that you're going to be able to put the card right back into. But as we saw, we have Roberta of Locksley. All right, and then we'll look at these other cards, get them separated out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm assuming these are the other 5 extra ones they were talking about because we got Alan Adele here, Arthur Achu, Barbara Florence, and Much the Miller's Son. Because I got 5 of them here, and then we have these others here: Jane Fortune, Little John, Maid Marian, Robin Hood, and Will Scarlet. So those are the characters. And like I said, those first 5 we went through are probably the ones that are different for the deluxe version, which I'm pretty sure those are the ones we saw on the little card there. All right, so we got 5 other groupings of cards to look at. It did say you're going to need, if you have the deluxe version, 157 card sleeves, which means Dragon Shield in that case is 100, so you'll need 2 boxes, or just make sure you get 150, or this weird number means you're going to have to do a weird thing, but 157 if you have the deluxe version. If you have the retail version, it's 152. Okay, you can see the back of this one. This looks like maybe something to do with the town. And it just looks like kind of weird going through these, but well, you can see the artwork is the same that it seems like they like to use with the with the final Frontier games. And these got a white border. I don't know if that means they do anything different. Not sure what those cards are exactly. Let's go to cards I do recognize. From what I understand, these are secret objectives. So it gives you something to go for to try to get victory points, depending on certain conditions in the game that are met, like certain number of money on these different roads and whatnot. So that's what these are, from what I understand. And it does look like, I didn't notice it on the other ones, but it does look like they do the nice thing that I do like, where if you're worried you may have lost a card, or if you need to replace a card, you want to contact them, maybe. It does have the numbered cards, so you can, since there's no name on the card, you can know what card you're looking for. That's always cool. All right, I believe these are the bad guy, what the bad guys do for their turn. And he just lets you know which towns they go to, where the sheriff goes, whether Guy goes off somewhere, or Guy. Like I says, I'm sure I'm butchering names. I am terrible with names. I've always said it Guy, but I am just a Texas country bumpkin. Here we go. I'm not sure what these are. Yeah, not sure what these cards are, but it does look like they do various things also. Since they're all red and black and spooky looking, I'm assuming, or I shouldn't say spooky, but shifty looking, I'm assuming more stuff that the bad guys do. This looks like something about the friar. Oh, well, yeah. Let's look at the other side. So it looks like Friar Tuck maybe does some stuff. Because it does have... Maybe these are victory points. Because it's got... If you put it on the left side of the track, these are worth victory points. So maybe this is something that you could do or get to just add victory points. And these are going to be your merry men. And these should all have pretty simple layout. It's going to have the... If you use them for victory points, if you use them to do stuff. And this is going to determine really your worker placement, because you have to play a card to worker place. If you play this card and you worker place in the spot it's showing, then you get this extra bonus on top of worker placing. Or you could just put them in for victory points on the left side and it lets you place anywhere. So it just, you don't get the extra bonus. So it makes you want to kind of try to worker place in the spot so that you can get the extra bonuses and the extra stuff that you can do within the game. But that's the way I understand this works. And we can see there's good variants of different things that you can do here for each location. Or if you're building barricades or traps, they give you discounts and whatnot. So really, that's where the hand management comes in. But all right. Well, thank you for joining us. I know it was a lot. We'll get this to the table, try it out. It might be one of the few co-op games that I think I will definitely try out more co-op, just because I've heard the co-op is a better version of the game. But we'll definitely get it to solo and figure out if it's a good soloable game or whatnot. But thank you for watching and have a great day.